Good morning. Do you guys want to see something gross? We're gonna clean it. My morning bottle of water straight from the fridge. What's for breakfast today? I really don't feel like deciding. Look guys, I've got a little eye infection there. Hey, par for the course, right? I'm only human. But I am going to order some pastries for the week. The goal for today is to finalize my rollout plan for the zine, and then I also want to get started on my nails because I go to the studio tomorrow and I was hoping to get some nails done because it's fun and I got some really interesting ideas that I want to try out. So yeah. There's a point in my life where I was very diligent on ordering food instead of cooking in, and it's costed me so much because it costs money obviously, but it also costs a lot of energy here because you have to make a decision. The paradox of choice paralyzes me. Fuck! Treated myself to a sandwich. It's so hot. It's so hot. So we're gonna do some work today, okay? I promise. Whew. I took my meal, I had my coffee, I took my nap, and I'm now so ready to just get started on the day. Ooh. I'm pretty sure you guys can relate to this. Whenever I cook food, I would need to incentivize myself with a little snack that I can munch on as I prepare my meal. Sometimes I don't want to pull out the cutting board with the knife and everything. I just don't want it to be a whole brouhaha. And so what I would do is I would actually just cut slices, and I would just cut it into quadrants or whatever it is. Like cut it into tiny pieces. I wouldn't normally cut it all the way down until like this. I would actually cut it until it's almost all the way down. And then when I'm ready, I can just take it off and I'll eat it. And you'll be avoiding the core as well. Do you eat the kangkong stems, by the way? I think I do, but for this one meal, I think I'm gonna leave it for like a soup or something, because when I look at it, it just screams grass. You know what I mean? I know this screams more grass than this does, But this to me, I can see that it's got nutritional value and stuff, but this is too vegetable for me. This is alright. This is reasonably vegetable. This, too vegetable. I've never cooked kangkong before. My camera died, and so I'm now recording on my phone. Tofu's done, rice just finished. All I'm left with is kangkong. Lunchtime! Ooh, yum yum yum! Ooh, yum! Very yum! Wow! Kangkong to kuah ratio is kind of insane, and I wasn't expecting that. But look at the material. Oh my gosh, yes. Absolutely amazing, beautiful, tantalizing. Cha kangkong, and we have here a tahu goreng in sambal cabe hijau. Let's do a taste test, alright? Let's give the kangkong a shot. To be honest, you guys, I actually didn't expect the kangkong to shrink this much. Let's do a taste test. Considering that this is my first time cooking with kangkong love, this was well done. Edible, yummy, tasty. And if you can tell, I'm having flu right now with clogged nose and everything. So the fact that the kangkong is appropriately spicy is warming up my throat and my nasal passages like in a very relieving way. I sprinkled a little bit of bon cabe when I was frying the sauce because I was trying to finish it, and I'm so glad because that little bit was enough to warm up the dish without taking away the flavor. I think this is enough to last me like 2 meals. I don't know if you relate, but I feel like kangkong is a hit or miss because sometimes kangkong can get pretty slimy and unpleasant to chew, but this one is pretty good. Maybe it's because I didn't put in as much stems as I probably should have, or maybe shouldn't have. For the longest time, I was very afraid of kangkong for some reason. It just looked like a very daunting vegetable. Spinach, normal spinach, like fine, because it disintegrates in your mouth, right? For dinner, if let's say I'm too busy, I'll just walk to the cafe tenda near my house, and then I'll order either an ayam goreng or an ayam bakar with nasi uduk and cah kangkong, and the whole thing would be 30,000. Oh, amazing. And I can ask for extra crumbles too, and they will give me extra crumbles. Damn. Whoa. Whoa. The kangkong really works. Oh my god. Let's try the tahu. Oh my god, Hannah, amazing. Good job. You know when you cook for yourself, sometimes it's mundane, you take it for granted, you don't think about it too much because in a lot of ways, for a lot of us, cooking for ourselves is a way for us to survive, to make sure that we are fed and that we save money. But one thing that I've grown to really appreciate in the process of cooking for myself is by being intentional with the things that you put into the ingredients. I got these ingredients because they're very cheap, you know? Kangkong is cheap, bawang-bawangan is cheap, tofu is cheap, cabai is cheap. It's like local ingredients. But within that, I also needed to make sure that whatever I put into my system is healthy. But essentially, there are so many ways for you to love yourself, right? To take care of yourself. It's in the everyday things. It's in the way you brush your teeth every day, twice a day, or making sure that you're on time for work, stuff like that. even if it doesn't seem like it's an outright act of self-love, it is in a way taking care of yourself, right? And for me, I've grown to enjoy cooking for myself a lot more over the years because it is such a direct way of making sure that you are well taken care of, from the process of picking the type of food that you buy at the grocery store, what kind of ingredients that get into your meals, and the budget even, right? This isn't for you. You like this? You don't even like it. You want this? Is this what you're asking me to get you? Is this it? Is this it? Let me do a bit more stem this time around. I think that will help in increasing the volume of kangkong. You look like you haven't been fed your entire life, where I literally just fed you earlier this afternoon. Have you no shame? I must say, I'm not a big fan of repeating meals. I'm kind of picky about that, but I am so excited to eat this. She's perfect, honestly. Amazing. I would say that today has been pretty productive. I got up to finalize my zine or zine. I'm still not sure how it's pronounced. And I posted something on social media, on Mission Flowers, Instagram. It's a successful day and it is a very creatively stimulating day, I gotta say, because I think since like 4 p.m. until 8, I was focused, like I was so dialed in for that 4 hours, creating a zine, stuff like that. Is essentially doing what a normal person would need like a week to do, but I was able to do it in that short amount of time because of the pressure of the deadline. I've really honed that and I've really come to own that part of me now. I gotta say, it's not like this every day, okay? For example, yesterday, it was a very, very difficult day to be creative. For example, in here you can see, this is a script that I made because I was struggling to do a voiceover for a video. And I did multiples of like attempts of it and it didn't work out. I tried different ideas, like I wanted to make an article about Dexter, it didn't work out. So there are days that I'm really, really creative where everything flows out so easy from my brain, but a lot of days are also difficult. And what's really frustrating about yesterday was that I was so full of inspiration, but I couldn't bring myself to articulate it, to translate that inspiration into something creative for myself. And ultimately, obviously, I just stopped and took a break. And luckily enough, I woke up today feeling a lot better and therefore probably helped how nice today was, creatively speaking. And these are the kind of days that I really cherish because it really affirms, to me at least, that it is totally okay if some days you're just in a rut and that you can't seem to meet your expectations, you know. The most important thing is that you did something.